What's going on, guys? We're going to go over the attack side of Yacht today. Make sure to check out the defense guide as well. It'll be in the description end of the video, all that kind of good stuff. Should be a spawn peek guide, hopefully, by the time you're watching this as well. For this site, we'll go, I guess, bottom up, even though I think Cafeteria is the best site on this map, but we'll pick Engine and Ranked, so we'll go over that first. So essential operators here: Thermite, Thatcher, probably Habana's not, doesn't hurt, and a set of nades are good. Sledge or Buck, I'd probably recommend Sledge, and then also Twitch is good. Whatever really is fine, doesn't matter too much. For the rest of your ops, Ash, I mean, Broken, Blackbeard. If you want to get Scummy, guarantee that win. Yeah, pretty basic. Most people will reinforce the back of this boat. Make sure you don't peek off the right side of this iceberg. There's really no reason to. I peek right there, and I kill people literally non-stop when they try to peek me. Unless you have a Blackbeard, maybe, if you want to do it. But I would recommend not. People can run down this side of this iceberg or through right here as well. So just watch out for that stuff. Just like general to be aware of stuff. You'll probably have to thermite this. I think this is the best way to go in my opinion. So thermite the back of the boat, drone it out. Drone out engine if there's any wire, blow it all up. Get in this area. Once you have control, Thatcher the wall. I would always go for the right side, which I think is B, I'm pretty sure. The bomb's here. I think it's B. But anyway, go for the far right wall, Thatcher it. Open the wall up. Get in and plant behind this cabinet. It's a bulletproof cabinet. Now you can see here, there's no bullets going through it. There's no bullets that go through. So bulletproof, you can just sit back here and plant, and you're safe. Have your teammates cover you and play. You can lay down in these boxes afterwards to play post plant, and then have your teammates cover all the other angles. That's probably the fastest way. You want to get a little bit more control, so one of the things that people can do is stand up on this control panel and shoot down at you, which you stop that essentially by droning in, taking control. I really don't like going on the left side because people can just crack this window randomly and spray at you, so I like to go from the right side over here primarily instead. Just come through here, drone, have someone droning you in, clear this out, get control. You can even buck above here, sledge this if you want, so you have easier access to get toward the bomb if you need to. And then afterwards, just hold this angle for post plant once, this way if there's someone coming up here to flank or coming up here. Just a couple nice angles to hold, and generally you can pretty much crack this door and just kind of hold this angle and probably be fine while your teammates take care of the rest. Now, you can go backside. I don't know why you would, but you can. If you really want to, you can go backside. But maybe you see an opportunity or something, but you can either come through sub or, I mean, if you really see this opportunity, it's actually going to work. You should probably be able to go through this door. Like, say you see them all roaming up top, spawn peeking or something. So you can run through here real quick and just like ash this back wall, get in sight, and plant. And while your teammate holds that back door still, have somebody holding ladder and get a quick plant off. And this site should all be reinforced then in that case, and play from behind. I would highly discourage going on the backside though, because it's just so easy to get flanked and to get caught up in roamers and stuff. Whereas this gives you direct map control. You can't get flanked if you walk in through here, and you get cockpit control as well. You can't get flanked from anywhere. It's nice, safe. You blow up into the site. There's no walls here that they could spray you through or anything. Easy plant. If you want to, you can go into the other site and plant, but I don't know. Maybe if it's like not bad read or something, and this wall's read, I don't know. But you can get sprayed through this wall easily. Personally, I like this site a lot more, but that should pretty much cover it for engine, and we will head to Cafeteria next. Alright, now we're going to go over Cafeteria Dorms. We'll go over two different takes for this as well. Definitely take a thermite here and a Thatcher, no matter what. These two are pretty necessary. I think a Habana is great as well. Once again, Blackbeard's always good. Some type of wire clear. Sledge. I think Sledge on this map, I don't think you should. There's not a single site. I would take Buck here over Sledge. Anything else you want past that point, Ash is always good and stuff. So, broken hitbox, BB, you want to get Scummy. we'll go over a take from the front side of the boat first. Don't really need this drone, but the big map. Big, annoying map. Alright, so first thing when you spawn back here, people peek this a lot, so just kind of be aware. This takes a single bullet hit for some reason, I'm not sure why, but you can just shoot that, walk up and melee it. There's obviously a camera here. And get your team. Drone out all of sub. Drone this all out. Now there is a spot, it's like right here. You can, it's, okay, see I just got the vault option. You have to like run when you do it, but there's a spot where you can get back here, so just make sure to drone that. It's not technically a glitch, because you can do it without a shield or player boosting or anything, so just be aware of it. But this wall will generally have 4 reinforcements on it, all of them batteried, sometimes mirrored. So if they're mirrored, I would recommend the other take that I'm going to show you after, but we're going to assume it's just a solid wall. So basically, you want to just get full control over here, and then have another set of teammates, like maybe do a 3-2 split, right? So 2 people go up over here, maybe drone themselves in. People don't really fight for this very hard because there's a lot of windows and stuff they get peeked from, so just simply drone it out. Don't open these hatches. I would not open these hatches. It could cause you to get flanked later, but just get this upper control. You need it. Get control over here. I would take like your Habana up here, ideally, and take all this control up to casino and pop this casino hatch. So you'll have access to this hatch, ideally, and you'll be able to make two thermite holes in these walls. So if you have thermite holes, I would probably put it over actually as far as I could this way. So this way you can kind of plant in this corner. Or I would go for this one if you can clear out the whole site and plant right here. Either one of these is perfectly fine, or sometimes people will reinforce the sidewall, which if you're on defense I'd recommend doing so you don't get sprayed through. And plant over here, but obviously there's angles like that to worry about, so that's why I generally say try to plant here or here. Either one of these are fine. But essentially once you have that hatch control, it should be able to get anybody off of all of these areas and get you in for a clean plant. You know, you can ash these walls, make sure no one's close, drone it all out, all that good stuff. Put the plant down, good to go. So basically establishing control over the master bedroom through casino, your sub room, and then that hatch will give you control of all these areas over here, and you can get control of this hall, obviously, if you have control of sub. Now we'll go for an alternative take, which is through the kitchen. This one is a lot more risky. You can get flanked from a lot more angles, whereas we have like a lot of control over there, right? But you'll come in through, say, the bottom of the boat, or control really wherever, or even if you want to, 3rd floor. A lot of times I'll actually go in through the 3rd floor, so this way we can get clear control of the casino hatch. So drone everybody in, get them in, you know, drone in your ash or whatever. Get control of this hatch, hop onto the hatch open. Get a lot of nice angles down in here. At the same time, this thing gives you control of kitchen stairs, so you'll drone all this out. And you'll thatcher this wall. And you'll be able to plant right in sight right here. This is a pretty safe spot to plant, and you can watch it from really, really, really far back. If you thermite this wall, it looks something kind of like this. So, 1 buck charge left. But you can see all the way into this corner for like from here, which is pretty crazy. So, you could even play it from further back if you want to, through like this doorway, but not really necessary in my opinion. But you'll thermite this, get this control over here, and plant. So the plus sides of this one are, if a lot of people do a double mirror setup, like pretty much a lot of times when I play ranked, I do a double mirror setup here. I use a reinforcement over here so I don't get shot, and I play it like super aggressively. And whenever people try to go sub on it, 9 times out of 10 they get shut down. This site in general is generally pretty difficult to take, but taking it from if there's mirrors here, taking it this way, there's a lot of equipment invested on the other side. Or if there is a mirror over here and they haven't reinforced this wall, just literally run against this wall and spray the corner. You'll get a headshot every time. I do it to people non-stop in ranked. Because people just press their faces up against the mirror, like drool all over it, just looking through the mirrors, so it's easy to get those headshots. But yeah, so up in here, just plant in this corner, should be good to go. Obviously, you want to clear out the second part of the site too if there is somebody. So you only need control of the one site though, and then with your other thermite charge, if you have that extra one, thermite this wall. I don't know how many buck charges left, but if you thermite this wall right here, it'll give you access down the hall for people crossing. So you just really have to have somebody kind of watching the door like this. Safe angle over here. They could also rotate back and forth over here. Kind of watch both angles, or you can have two people if you have the numbers, and then two people going in the site. So something like that. But we'll move on next to control room. All right, we are going to go over attacking the cockpit now. So good operators here. If you know that they can't be in either of the other two sites, for one of the takes, we'll take thermite and all that good stuff. But for any of the other ops don't really matter. Just take heavy fragging ops, and you need to be able to destroy barbed wire. So sledge, ash, buck, all those. Any of those are fine. IQ, probably IQ is honestly better than buck here. Blackbeard, obviously, never a bad pick. But we'll go over a front take first, which you can pretty much just take as many fragging operators as you want to. So ash, twitch, sledge, those kind of operators. Blackbeard. Alright, so first thing you want to do is make sure you're not getting run out on. Run up over here. If you want to, you can open up some holes to the back of the boat. I don't know if I'd really recommend it because you can get flanked off of it later, so unless you're actively taking it, I wouldn't really recommend it. Most teams will put barbed wire out here if they're smart. Just blow up all the wire as best you can. And get a drone in, clear out these doors. And a lot of times you'll actually just be able to get in and get a quick plant off right here. Especially if you take a montane. Like a montane is actually not bad here. Stand in front of the person plants, or reverse plant with montane. Either one. So either of those will work. That's a nice, quick, fast take. Alternatively, you'll need to push everybody off, right? So this whole wall is open, all this kind of stuff. You'll just get to this door. You'll get that general ladder control and stuff like that. And you can come in over here and plant. Much more dangerous though. You can also plant right here, which is a little safer. In this corner, plant back first. You can plant, yeah, here. So that'll save you, and you could just have this person watch and have these two people crossfire, so that you're not getting shot at while you're planting there. But most teams, if they're smart, will have all of this open, and probably this as well, so that you can't plant these spots. So, what do you do now? You'll take from above, come through, like the same casino take that we kind of went over for attacking Cafeteria. So open up all these doors and stuff like that. Open this hatch with Habana, because it should be reinforced. And open up this other hatch with Habana as well. And just back these people, weird textures, back all these people off of these spots so that you can get your teammates in so that they can plant over here in one of these spots, safer spots. Now, alternatively, there's a whole other way to take from as well. So we went from taking straight on, head on, we went from taking above. We'll go from taking from the west now. You'll come in through, say, sub or master bedroom, whichever one you prefer. It might even be good to hit both of these at the same time, like send some people upstairs, send some people down. You'll come here, you need Thatcher and Thermite for this. Thatcher the wall, open it, go in. Open up maybe like this wall as well, go in, plant. Can't get through. But you get the idea. You can go in, move these people off, and I would plant against this right here. This is generally pretty safe to plant against, and you could have, if your teammates are above, you'll have control of this staircase, which you can, I don't know how many buck charges, but they can make holes in this so they could see through. Kind of stop these people from pushing up on you. And then you can watch it from the hatch for post-plant. So there's a couple of different ways for you to take this site. And we shall we'll head to top in the cockpit. Alright, now we're going to go over attacking the last site, which is the cockpit. For this site, if you know that they're there for some reason, well, I guess for either of these, really, you can, because if they're control or cockpit, you kind of don't need a thermite if you do that direct attack from cockpit. And if they're upstairs, so it might just be safer to drop the thatcher and thermite, take heavy fragging ops. So, you know, Sledge, Ash, Twitch, Blackbeard is really good here. Habana, you know, all that kind of stuff, good to go. But you'll pretty much just get drones kind of set up over here. I'll show you why in a sec. It's mostly so that when you rappel up, they're not active peeking the rappels. So up here. So what you can do is while you're headed up here, really not this part's not as important here, but obviously shoot your cams. But you can look at the doorways and windows and stuff over here as before you rappel up, so you know it's like safe and they're not actively peeking you. Get up, break all the doors and windows, all that good kind of stuff. If they use that mirror that's right here that I talk about in the defense guide, you can actually ash that out. And I would recommend, no matter what, ashing out this wall. This wall cannot be reinforced, and it's insane how much vision it gives you when you open it. This is why I don't think this site is very good. It's good in ranked, kind of, but if people know what they're doing, it's pretty bad. But you can kind of see like how much vision this gives you if you ash charge it, and you'll destroy a mirror for free. As for the mirror that people will generally put over here, I mean, if you ash this wall, you should be able to see a couple of the mirrors here. And if there's a mirror here, you can Habana it out. Might be good to take a Twitch as well. You can just pop mirrors. That also works too. But essentially, if there's any wire in here, you'll clear this. You'll kind of try to get people off these angles. If they're trying to play, over here, most people will not reinforce these walls, so you can actually buck out this entire wall. Buck's not that bad here. So, I mean, you can see how much vision that gives you. Generally, people will reinforce these two. Maybe one here and put a mirror on it. Right here. Put a couple here. It's random, obviously, what they're going to reinforce, but a buck can be okay here. Or ash, like either one. Or both. But essentially, you'll try to get rid of all the wire on this side. And you'll push through if you see the opportunity. Plant right here. This will give you, if you like Habana out this wall, or buck it out or ash it out if it's soft, the opportunity to watch the post plant from there. Or, I mean, even you can get a Blackbeard and just play him right here. And there's not a ton they could do if you have a guy in the window over there watching his hallway. They kind of have like one or two areas to kind of walk through, and he's gonna have a big advantage over them over here. Alternatively, if this whole wall is soft, I mean, solid, you could plant here, watch from the window. I mean, the site is, I mean, it's definitely defendable, but it depends on randiness and like jumping out of random windows and stuff. So if you could secure the areas of the site, I would try to put as many people as you can just coming through these windows and doors and stuff, so that you don't get jumped out on, unless you have some type of control. The way you can get that control, if you want to, is by putting a person over here and having them just shoot out the doors. And just playing like this, this long angle over here, just like this, and that'll block most people from running out of like this window, this door, this window, and then your team can kind of see down the hallway and stuff. So that should keep most people off of you. But yeah, that'll allow you to walk in here, get a plant off over here. If you want as well, you can hop in here, get a plant off quick. Alternatively, you can walk people up the stairs, be sneaky, and just like buck this out and shoot a bunch of them. But it's a pretty hard position to hold. It's definitely very doable, but with the majority of defenders having, attackers having ACOGs, you could see deeper into sight. You can slowly peek all the pixel angles, have the benefit of Blackbeard. You can debunk most of their mirrors with Twitch and Habana. So definitely advantage attackers. Alternatively, if you want to, another way you can like minimize the amount of people attacking you is you can do an attack from the balcony. Blow up all the wire in here and stuff. Make sure you're ADSing and definitely take an ACOG over, because you can see this is what it looks like without an ACOG, and this is what it looks like with. I mean, they're supposed to be fixing this lighting in the future, but for now, I guess, and I don't know how much this will change on this map, but try to use an ACOG here. Blow up the wire, and then you can plant behind this control panel, which is bulletproof. This is, I think, the better take in my opinion. And then you could have somebody, probably a Blackbeard, at the door here and another person watching, so you don't get shot. Just simply, or even you could take a Montane. This would probably be, you just walk in with a Montane and then turtle plant, because you have this in front of you, and then you have this to your side, and then your back's covered, and you have 2 people covering each of your doorways, like a nice, quick, dirty plant. So, just some ideas for you guys to try out. That's about it for the attack side guide. Won't go too crazy, but for a site like this that's not played much. But make sure to check out the defense guide. That'll be in the description, end screens of the video, all that kind of stuff. If this video helped you guys, it does help me if you like and subscribe. But yeah, if not, no big deal. I just hope you guys are getting something out of the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.